welcome to Mirror Lake Ballpark as our hometown HSBL Bears take on visiting Hazen Post 181 today. On the mound for the Bears is Warwick Dills, and he's just going to be starting his warm-ups now. While he's doing that, I'm going to have my co-anchor, Jason Kenny Lefevre, give us the lineups for visiting Hazen.
So the Hazen Post, is that 180 now?
I think it's 181.
181. We'll start off with Hunter Keller at leadoff. He's playing shortstop today. Landon Sailor will be your two-hitter, playing third. Isaac Dahl is catching in the third spot. Cleanup will be Austin Martel out in center field. Mason Wick is pitching, and in the 5 spot today, Parker Sailor will be at second base. Braden Zurd will be at first base, batting 7th. At the 8th spot will be Reed Byard in right, and at the 9 hole will be Tanner Hoffer playing left field.
All right, and for the Bears, batting first is our pitcher, Warwick Dills. Batting second is shortstop Tanner Miller. Batting third is our left fielder, Jacob Hetzel. Batting cleanup is first baseman Connor Dills. Batting fifth is our catcher, Gavin Daly. Batting sixth is center fielder, Josh Dix. Batting seventh is third baseman, Devin Graff. Batting eighth is right fielder, Nathan Dix. And batting ninth is our second baseman, Tanner Defoe. And those are the lineups for both teams today. Bears sitting about the middle of the pack here in this really early Legion season. Right now they are 2-2. Hazen is coming in, they're 2-0.
The Bears last week opened their season. If you didn't hear us last on Monday, they were up in Garrison with those gale force winds. What was it, 56 total runs?
67 total runs scored in 2 games by the teams. The Bears lost 14-13 and 27-13. Just any ball that went into the air just carried forever, Coach said so.
Looking to break into the over 500 club with today's first game against Hazen.
I believe the first one is the only counter today. They will travel up to Hazen later on. Both games counted against Garrison because of the travel, and both games counted against Washburn because of travel. With that being said, we got Warwick Dills on the mound. He's set to throw his first pitch of the day, and that's going to be fouled back for strike one. That is Hunter Keller, shortstop. Interesting here, we're looking. Warwick Dills seems to have put a couple miles an hour on his fastball.
Another year older, and playing up at NDSC will do that for you.
0-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be fouled back as well. Count's going to go to 0-2. On deck for Hazen is third baseman Landon Sailor.
We're talking about Washburn's lineup. We didn't recognize very many names. Hazen, we recognize pretty much every single one of them.
Yeah.
So.
And that's going to be low for ball 1. So the count's going to go to 1-2 against Keller. And the wind's coming almost straight out of the north. Talking before the game, we could see a few go out today if they catch that wind up there. 1-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be high for ball 2.
That sweet spot will be in left field. That thing's going to carry a long ways.
2-2 pitch on the way from Dills. Strike 3. He's going to catch him looking. 1 up, 1 down for Hazen in the top of this first inning. That's going to bring up third baseman Landon Sailor.
The Bears snap it around. It's a little mojo out in the field.
So Sailor steps into the plate. Dills sets to deliver. Low and outside, ball 1. Just like to have a day where there's no wind.
This has been pretty rare in the last 14 days.
1-0 pitch on the way. Low and outside, ball 2. Yeah, we saw this with Warwick a little bit in his high school career, where he kind of struggles to find that zone early. But once he dials in, he's deadly. So 2-0 pitch on the way here. And that's going to be chopped up to the second base. Tanner Defoe handles it. over to first for out number 2. So the 4-3 put out, 2 up, 2 down for Hazen. That's going to bring up the 3-hitter, Isaac Dahl. He was a mainstay on the Hazen High School and, well, now Legion, obviously, for years. He did graduate last year, but he hit that cutoff. He's still young enough to be able to play, and he's one of those kids, when you just sit down and talk to him, he's a genuinely nice kid. You get to talk to him, and it's a good athlete as well. Enjoy watching him play. Here comes the first pitch to him, strike 1. Hits the outside corner. Behind the plate today, we have Big Dave Erickson. And running the bases today, Ty Warbus. So those are your 2 umpires today. 1-0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball is going to stick inside for ball 1.
You look at Warwick being able to come back and Isaac being able to come back. They've played each other since Little League, so
yeah,
a lot of history between these 2.
And that's going to be off the handle. Foul ball, strike 2. You know, Legion, for some of these kids, I always say it's like the farewell tour of actually being able to watch them play sports.
Yeah.
You know, counts 1 and 2 to Isaac. And here comes Dills with the delivery. Curveball, that's going to be popped up. That should be handled easily by first baseman Connor Dilson. It is for the F1 put up. So 3 up, 3 down in the top half for the first. We'll be back with the bottom half for the first. And Warwick Dills, Tanner Miller, Jacob Hetzel are going to be leading it out for us in the bottom half for the first. Back after these messages. That one straight up to the third baseman. F3 out number 1. First ball swing, first ball contact, first ball out. That's going to bring up our number 2 hitter, Nathan Miller. Tanner Miller. Nathan Miller played for Washburn. Tanner's going to watch that first one come in as a ball. Shortstop here for the Bears.
Coming over from Lemon to play baseball with the Legion team.
1-0 pitch on the way. That's to be high for ball 2. Do we have any? Oh, yeah, we have Nathan Dix coming over from Bowman.
Yep.
I think we have one more. And that's going to be a shot out to center field. That's going to go right to the center fielder for out number 2. So we've had an F3, or excuse me, an F5 and an F8 so far in this inning. 2 up, 2 down here for the Bears, and that's going to bring up left fielder Jacob Hetzel. Also coming over from Lemon. Pitched for us on Tuesday night.
Got the win in the first counter. Pitched a beautiful game. I think nine strikeouts for Hetzel.
And that is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. Hetzel's going to chop that one down the third base line foul, and the count's going to run to 1-1 now here. I see Isaac Dahl learned how to grow some facial hair too once he got to college. Good for him, becoming a man. 1-1 pitch here on the way. Slow curveball coming across the plate, strike 2.
That might be a pitch that we see leave the yard later if they're that slow. That was a hanger.
1-2 pitch on the way, and Hetzel's going to swing through that one for strike 3. So 3 up, 3 down for both teams in the first inning. 0-0. We'll be back with the top of the second after these words from our sponsors.
curveball from Work that doesn't quite break, leaves it up high, brings the count to 1-2 here, or 2-2, excuse me. Mason Wick. That one a little low and outside, close, brings the count to full 3-2. Man on second, 0-0 ball game here in the top of 2. Nobody out. As Wick takes his signs for his coach. Steps back in the box, and we have full count delivery here from Work Dills.
Payoff pitch on the way, and he's going to swing through that one for strike 3. So 1 down here for Hazen. And runner at second. That is going to bring up Parker Sailor, second baseman here.
So Hazen with some speed on the base paths. Runner in scoring position.
That was the first pitch, curveball, strike 1.
That is a tight curveball. Yikes. Your first pitch of the day, and it's that thing. Holy smokes!
Strike 2. That's one thing you see with a Work too. He switches up his pitches a lot.
You never know what you're gonna get.
So you had a tight curve, then you had a fastball. It counts 0-2. Here comes the next pitch, curveball again. Catches him swinging for out number 2. Up next is going to be Braden Zurd, first baseman. Braden Zurd, yeah, excuse me. Braden Zurd. Lefty. Zurd looking down the third base line, trying to find a sign from his coach. Steps in. And he's almost out of the batter's box there. Outside for ball 1.
Yeah, he's about as far back in the box as you can get. Give it yourself as much time as possible to try to catch up to that fastball. Miller trying to hold on. Wick in second.
1-0 pitch on the way. He's going to swing through that one for strike 1. So the count's going to go 1-1 here to Zern. Again, 2 outs for the top half of the second. Neither team has scored. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. And he's going to swing through that one for strike 2, but that's going to get past Deli, and that's going to allow Martel to go over to third base. So Martel has reached second on a pass ball, and then he reached third on a pass ball. But the count runs to 1-2 here. Dales can get himself out of this inning and save and protect himself from this runner from in scoring position. Oh, and that's going to be high and outside ball 2. Count's going to be knotted up all up at 2-2 right now. As Zern steps back in. Sets in. Dills from the stretch. Strike 3, he's going to catch him looking on another curveball. And that one had a little bit more pace to it. So Dills protects himself. Hazen leaves 1 in scoring position. Score is 0-0. We'll be back with the bottom half of the second. And our 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up as well after we hear from these sponsors for Bears baseball. Yeah.
All right, welcome back here to Mirror Lake Ballpark. Bottom of the second inning here, 0-0 ball game between the Bears and the Hazen Post 181 team. As we got back a little late here, and Connor Dills flew out with a lazy fly ball up to center field. The first out of the bottom of the second. That'll bring up Gavin Dahl, as he's the catcher and had a tuck in his jersey. And he's yet to see his first pitch, so Mason Wick delivers that first one, a little short hops it into the chest protector of Isaac Dahl. So 1-0 count here, 1 down, 0-0 ball game. As Mason Wick comes back and fires one right down the middle. Dahl does an offer, evens it up 1-1. Josh Dix in the on-deck circle. As Gavin Dahl takes a hack at that, sends it back into the parking lot to bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 man down. Nobody on base, 0-0 ball game. Only 1 hit for Hazen, 0 for the for the Bears so far.
Whoa, Dahl not really ready for that curveball.
Yeah, jams him up and he takes it right off the handle.
Last time he took one off the handle, he took it in the nose, so he might be a little gun shy on that one too.
All of his bad luck is gone.
Counts 1-2 here to Dahl, and make that 1-3 as he goes down swinging for out number 2. Bears need a little bit more patience in the batter's box today.
So F6 for Connor Dills to lead off the inning. Strikeout for Dahl. That brings up Josh Dix, third at batter in the second.
And he's going to chase that curveball, and he's got a chance to make it over to first easily. Yeah, that's going to stay fair. Hazen was hoping that would roll foul, but the grounds crew at this field does a great job of having a nice level field.
Oh, yeah.
So Ty Dix. I knew I would do it. Josh Dix, count that as an infield base hit. And that's going to bring up third baseman Devin Graff.
Josh gets his lead over at first.
That's going to go in the dirt. Josh is going to steal second safely, as Dahl does a great job of shielding that ball from getting past him. Uses his chest protector exactly for one of the things it's supposed to be used for, and that's getting in front of the ball.
Josh got one heck of a read on that. He was halfway to second before the thing had even hit the dirt.
And that's to be high for ball 2. So 2-0 now the count here to Devin Graff. It's fun watching, like Isaac Dahl, who was just a standout catcher in high school, just watching their technical ability. And Graff is going to foul that one down the third base line, bring the count 2-1. So the count now is 2-1 to Devin Graff. 2-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be high for 3-1. Tell you what, Wick doesn't have a lot of speed, and I think that's what's kind of messing with these guys. They're just not getting their timing in right.
I know they saw him in the Nighthawk season.
And that's going to be laced out to left field for a base hit. They're going to send Dix on the hit and run, and he's going to be able to score off the base hit, and that's going to get past the center fielder. And Devin Graff is going to have a stand-up double. So 1-0 Bears here. Hit and run works perfectly. What a brilliant call by Coach Jimmy Dugan. Coach Dix has the right call on with the hit and run. Graff was able to just lace it. Dix comes in all the way from second base, 1-0. And that is going to bring up Nathan Dix.
Right fielder for the Bears.
And he's going to send that out to right field. That is going to be caught by the middle or the center fielder, F8. But the Bears score 1-0 Bears. Back with the top half of the third after these words. And this is going to be
Reed Byer,
right fielder, leading off for Hazen.
Warwick's first pitch was a little low in the zone.
So 1-0. Count is 1-0. There, he brought it up. Perfect spot, low and outside in the zone. Strike one. So the count is 1-1 now here to Byer. 1-1 pitch on the way. High and inside, ball two.
Warwick does only have one hit against him in the ball game, and it was a lazy dribbler down the left
Third base line. Yeah.
third base line. Yeah.
2-1 pitch on the way. Strike two with the curveball. Tell you what, when Warwick's curveball is on, that thing is unhittable.
I was walking in the bullpen to get the lineup card. Was right behind it.
Strike three. He catches him looking.
That thing breaks from about a 1 to about a 7. It's just crazy.
Does that just spin off your hand though on the release, or?
Yeah, from the wrist snap. That is Warwick's 5th strikeout.
And that's going to bring up the 9-hitter, Tanner Hoffer. He is the left fielder. Hits the outside corner, strike one. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Strike two. Same spot. You know, right now, Warwick is working the perfect spot in the zone. Low and outside. Just that bottom corner of the zone that very, very few people chase. And he brought it in with the curveball. That stays high. Moves the count to 1-2.
Hoffer is Hazen's left fielder, the one that let that ball go over his head. And I watched in the dugout. Coach pulled him aside and gave him a talking to. So must be, the 9-hitter, young kid on the team.
As he falls that one back over the crow's nest, count remains 1-2. 1-2 pitch on the way to Hoffer, and he's going to chop that one foul right off home plate.
Dahl is ready to throw that thing down. Hazen only bringing 10 players down, 1 man on the bench.
So you get a summer ball, you find who you can and bring them.
Yep. And road games, for some reason, always tend to be lightly attended.
1-2 pitch on the way, and he's going to check swing through that one for strike 3 and out number 2.
So 6th strikeout for Warwick there.
And that is going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Hunter Keller, shortstop. 2 outs here, top of the 4th inning. This is or top of the 3rd, excuse me. 1-0 Bears. And he's going to follow that one back for strike 1.
Keller's first time up did go down swinging on strikes. Excuse me, looking. Got a backwards K, so looking on strikes.
And he's going to chop that one down the first base line. Picked up by Warwick over to his brother Connor for the 1-3 putout and out number 3. We're going to move to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. Bears up 1-0 after we listen to some sponsors. Dahl just sends the last warm-up pitch down to second base. Up next is going to be, who do we say?
Landon Sailor.
Landon Sailor, or is that Parker Sailor?
I got Landon in the book. Yep.
Oh, we're up there.
Yep.
So we have two Sailors on the team. Landon Sailor is the third baseman, and he's going to take that first pitch strike.
Landon was the two-hitter back in the first inning. He grounded out to second baseman Tanner Defoe for the second out.
0-1 pitch on the way here. And he's just going to poke that one right back to Warwick. Dills to Dills. 1-3 put out number one of the inning. To bring up our three-hitter, Isaac Dahl, catcher for the Hazen post 181. Or 189, I can't tell. It looks like 189, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Again, we got the carbon copy of the lineup card, so.
And that just grazed his inside shoulder. Look, it may have just hit the jersey a little bit, but Isaac Dahl is going to be able to go down to first base off the hit pitch, and that's going to bring up Austin Martel. He with the cannon arm out in center field. He's the one who threw out Warwick at home. And he looks down at the coach to get his signs. And here we go.
Probably for Dahl. Long-legged, fast kid. He's probably going to make his way down to second here.
Strike one to Martel. 0-1 is the count. Bears up again, 1-0 here. We're in the top of the fourth.
Warwick looks him over. Gavin's up on his haunches, ready for a throw.
0-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be chopped foul. They're going to chase, but I don't think they're going to catch. And the count's going to go to 0-2.
Martel opened up the second inning with the only hit for Hazen to this point, and then advanced all the way to third on two wild pitches for the only runner in scoring position so far for them. So.
And he was stranded.
He was.
All right, so the 0-2 pitch on the way here from Dill says he has to go from the stretch with Dahl on first. And there goes Dahl. That's going to be high. Delhi's going to fire down. They have a chance. Did they get him? They did. Oh, come on, Dick. Come on, Borbus. He was pointing, man. I thought he had him. That was a heck of a throw by Delhi. I thought they got the tag down. But they did not. Now we're going to take a time so Dahl can get all the dust out of his pants.
Shaking it down to his knees.
So credit him with a stolen base. I thought they had him.
That was about as close as you can get. It was bang bang.
So the count goes to 1-2. As Warbus decided he was going to pause for great theatrical effect out there.
It was. Martel, 1-2 count. Still set to deliver.
And he's going to swing through that one for strike 3.
Beautiful job by Dahl to scoop that thing. Kind of a low and away pitch.
And that's going to bring up Mason Wick, the pitcher, with one down here. Struck out last time. Again, Dahl leading off a second base. Dills from the stretch, sets, delivers, strike one, outside corner again, low and outside corner. Dills has been working that spot of the zone very effectively today.
Looking for his 8th punch out here already in the 4th inning. Very efficient.
0-1 pitch on the way, and he's going to swing through that one for strike 2. Now Delhi is up and ready to throw down. Every time there's a pitch, he's up and he's ready to fire.
He's ready to rock.
Count is 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way, and he's going to catch him looking for strike 3 and out 3. That is the 8th punch out.
8th one.
8th punch out for Warwick Dilson. We're only through 4 innings, so he's having himself a heck of a game. Score remains 1-0. Bears. We'll be back with the bottom half of the 4th inning after these words from our sponsors.
Ties.
just getting set to go. Gavin Deli just walking up to the batter's box right now. Coach Dick's hustling down to third base to his spot. He is a single coach today. Deli's going to swing through that one for strike one.
Dahl did strike out back at the second.
0-1 pitch on the way, slow curveball, and that's going to bounce outside for ball one. Count goes to 1-1.
No runs for Hazen, 1 hit and 1 error for Hazen. 1 run for the Bears.
And Dowdy's going to fall that one straight back over the top of the grandstands. Count is going to go to 1-2.
Bears do have 3 hits in the ball game, 0 errors thus far.
1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball. Deli is kind of this kind of a half-hearted swing to kind of get it out of his. Looked like he was trying to shoo it out of his way, but the count's going to stay at 1-2.
Like a swinging bunt almost.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch on the way, and Deli's going to lace that out into left field, and that's going to go over the head, and that is going to be a ground rule double.
Deli loves that left field line. That was another rope.
Coach Dix is wondering if that went all the way over the fence and bounced, but to me it looked like it bounced and went over the fence. Well, they are calling it a home run. So look at that. Gavin Deli with himself gets a home run. Like we said, if anyone got it in the air out there, left field is going to be a homer. So give Gavin Deli a trip around the world here and a home run. Some question there. What did it look like to you? Did it look like a dinger?
It was hard to tell from this angle, but Hazen's outfield's not putting up any sort of fight back, so
no.
It must have been.
Yeah, the left fielder who had the best, obviously, perception of that, he's not saying anything, so home run by Deli, and that goes to Dix, and he hits right back to the pitcher. 1-3 put out. So 2-0 Bears after the Deli bomb out to left field.
Jerry Arouge, who helps the Bears and the Nighthawks programs out quite a bit with pitching, was out sitting in left field, pocketed it, and now he's on his way back in, so he knows how special that ball must be. So it must have been a home run.
Curveball strike to number 7, Nathan Dix. Or excuse me, that's Devin Graff. Dix is on deck. 0-1 pitch on the way, and he's going to swing through that one again. Strike 2, 0-2 to count to Devin Graff. Not even a swing. We're seeing a lot of wrist swings from these guys today.
Graff was the first one to get a hit for the Bears here back in the second.
0-2 pitch on the way. And that's going to be in the dirt for ball one. He was going to swing.
Off the hit and run back in the second, if you remember that, if you were listening. A nice hit and run to score the first run of the ball game for the Bears here.
1-2 pitch on the way from Wick. And he's going to lace that one out in the left field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. And that goes off the drainage tile. And Griff is going to be able to get in there for a second double of the game. We can't give that one as an error because where the drainage tile went out, you can see that trench line yet. It just kind of bounced off the side of it for the left fielder. So
playing left field right now is an adventure for whoever's out there if there's a screamer off the bat.
Low ball one for Nathan Dix. How did he do last at bat?
He flew out to short center.
The count is 1-0. And he's going to lace out, and that's going to go right to the second baseman for out number 2. So an F4. And out number 2. Which will bring up our 9-hitter, Tanner Defoe, second baseman. Low and outside. Nice stop by Graff. Nice stop by Dahl. As Graff is still on second, excuse me. One 0-1 pitch on the way. High for ball 2.
Not by much, but Tanner back in the third inning. Grounded a dribbler back to Mason Wick.
Laid down a nice bunt. inside for ball 3. Count's going to go to 3-1. Or 2-1. Right?
Oh, 3-0, Dave says.
3-0. What do I know? 3-0 pitch on the way. And that's going to be right down Broadway. Strike 1. So the count goes to 3-1 now here against him. 3-1 pitch on the way, and he's going to swing on that one. That's going to hit off the barrel of the bat. Dahl looking for it. They can't find it.
Ooh.
Oh. And first baseman and pitcher collide trying to get it. And Tanner's going to be able to reach first.
First baseman for Hazen is Braden Zurd. He's a big boy, and
big thing to look now sure is make sure these two boys are okay.
He hit Mason Wick right in the hip and kind of bent him over. That was.
So we're going to take a minute here to let Wick catch his breath because he got trucked by Zern. They even had the wrong hats.
Yeah, that was a Gumby fold over. That's not what you like to see out of your pitcher. Wick a slight build, and Zern definitely a hefty. he's talking to his second baseman right now. I didn't see him, but luckily everybody's okay here.
Yeah. So on the error, Tanner Defoe is able to reach first. That's going to move Graff over to third. That brings up our number 1 hitter, Warwick Dills. Let's see if we can add to this Bear lead, and that's going to be a base hit out into left field, or center field, excuse me, give an RBI to Warwick Dills as Devin Graff passes home plate, collects his $200. 3-0 Bears. And it looks like we may have a pitching change here in the 4th inning. Folks, we're back, and we're only back for a brief minute as Tanner Miller flies out to third base for the last out of the inning. But the Bears are going to score 2 in that inning. It is now 3-0 Bears going to the top. Up first is going to be Parker Sailor, I believe.
Yep.
The new third baseman, who was responsible for that last out in the bottom half of the fourth, is up first. Bears are up 3-0 here in the top of the fifth. And he's going to jam that off the handle. It's going to go right back to Warwick. Warwick's going over to Connor for the 1-3 putout. Bears scored 2 in that last half inning. Gavin Deli with a big home run out to left field. And then an RBI by Warwick Dills. Those are your 2 runs. Bears are up 3-0 now here in the top half of the fifth. And batting next is Braden Zurd, first baseman.
Zern back in the third is one of Warwick's 8 strikeout victims.
And he's the one who stands as far back in the zone, as in the batter's box as he can, and as far in. Look, he's right on that corner.
Yep.
1-0 pitch on the way. Swinging through that one for strike 1.
As Dave Erickson takes time to redraw the chalk line at home plate so he can get a good judgment call on the next pitch.
1-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2.
Man, that curveball.
So Warwick with 8 punch-outs right now, huh?
Yeah.
Count is 1-2 to Zurd. 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3. Make that 9 strikeouts for Warwick Dills.
Somebody must be listening in the parking lot. Got a couple honks for him. As the Bears snapping around here, and that brings up the right fielder, Reed Byer.
He's the 8 hitter. So 1 up, 1 down here for Hazen. Byer steps in. Set, deliver is Dills. Strike 1. I tell you what, he has picked up some pace, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Even his curveball has picked up some steam.
As you said, that he's just killing the outside low and away, which is what you
0-1
want.
pitch on the way, and there it is again for strike 2. 0-2 is now the count to Byer.
Byer was a strikeout victim back in the second inning as well.
0-2 pitch on the way, and that is going to just miss that outside corner. The count's going to move to 1-2.
Warwick has no walks, just one hit by pitch.
And there is strike 3, and that is punch out number 10. And out number 3 in the top half of the 5th inning. Bears up, still up. Bottom half of the 5th, Bears up 3-0. Up next is up first in this inning, is our number 3 hitter, Jacob Hetzel. Hetzel is the left fielder for the Bears today. And here comes the first pitch, and that is going to be on the outside corner, strike 1.
Back in the first, Hetzel struck out, and in the third, had a single Bears stranded 3 on the base paths.
And he's going to chop that one. That's going to be another single as it goes out into center field. And that is going to bring up our cleanup hitter, Connor Dills, who flew out to second base. Or
Flew out to shortstop in the second and grounded out to third back in the third inning.
So Hetzel reaches safely. Let's see if Coach Dick sends him.
A lot of speed from Hetzel, so.
Strike one call to Connor Dills. I'd be sending these boys all day.
Yeah, Coach Dix has always leaves them sit at first base, lets them read their stretch, and then sends that steal call in. Lets them get a better job.
0-1 pitch on the way. Hanger, strike two.
Nice curveball there from Sailor.
Yeah, Landon Sailor now the new pitcher in relief for Mason Wick. 0-2 pitch on the way, and Dills is going to catch that one. That's going to go right down the first base line for a base hit, and they're going to send Hetzel all the way over to third. So credit Connor Dills with a base hit. Hetzel goes from first to third, and that's going to bring up our number 5 hitter, the home run king, Gavin Daly, who had a beautiful shot in the last inning.
We mentioned it right off the start. You know, anything over the left field is a chance to blow over because that wind is not quite as strong now as it was. But
of course, when we have to work, the wind's blowing 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
All right, first pitch to Daly. He's going to swing through that one with a sand wedge. Count's going to go to 0-1.
So man at first, man at third, nobody out. Bottom of the fifth, 3-0 ball game. The Bears lead.
0-1 pitch on the way here. And he's going to lace that one right to the shortstop. Chance to turn 2 for Hazen. There's 1. And the stretch is 2. There is a double play just put on by Hazen, the old 6-4-3 double play. As Daly just hits it straight to the shortstop. That's an easy turn. Should be an easy turn for a Legion team, and Hazen just pulled it off. And here comes, but that is going to drive in Jacob Hetzel. And the score is going to now go 4-0 Bears. As Josh Dix steps into the batter's plate.
Yeah,
Or batter's box. Strike 1 to Josh Dix.
Hunter Keller doing a good job of taking the outs when you can get him. It goes Hunter Keller to Parker Sailor and over to Braden Zurn for that turn.
And that's going to be a slow chopper right to the first baseman, and he bobbles it. And that's going to be an E3 as Josh Dix is able to get to first base off the misread by the first baseman on that slow kind of pop fly over to him. Which will bring up Devin Graff. Devin Graff 2 for 2 today, 2 doubles. So he can get a hold of it today.
Well, a single and a double.
Or a single and a double. I was able to
Yeah.
reach second after the error.
Yeah, that misread by the left fielder on that wicked bounce.
And he's going to lace that one out into right center field, but that's going to be handled cleanly by the right fielder for out number 3. But the Bears score one more, 4-0. Bears lead it after 5. We'll be back at the top half of the 6th. All right, folks, welcome back here as we are just starting this 6th inning. Up is Mason Wick, and he's showing a bunt. Strike 1. 0-1 is the count here to Mason Wick. Bears up 4-0 here in the top of the 6th.
He's Tanner Hoffer.
Tanner Hoffer.
Yep. Hoffer is the 9-hitter for the Bears.
Oh, yeah.
Struck out back in the 3rd. This is his second plate appearance.
Count goes to 0-2, and that's to be high for ball 1, 1-2.
Key for the women's bathroom.
It's in my apartment.
So, sorry, third pitch strikeout, another one for work.
I watched it last night.
That would be, as we count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's his 11th
11th strikeout. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Hunter Keller. And that's going to be inside for ball 1.
Some fan chatter got us giggling there.
1-0 pitch on the way to Keller. Low and outside for ball 2.
Dahl doing a great job back in the catcher position to slide over and make that. Coach Burke could be proud of that single leg. Good form.
2-0 pitch on the way, and that's going to be fouled straight over our heads. Strike 1. 2-1 now the count.
So Keller back in the 1st struck out. In the 3rd, bunted one back to work. Dill's looking for his first hit of the ball game here.
2-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2.
See those batters trying to duck those pitches, and that curveball
just drops off the
drops straight into the zone. That thing is nasty.
2-2 pitch on the way, and just missed. Ball 3.
Work yet to walk the batter today, so.
Payoff pitch on the way. Strike 3, and strikeout number 11 for Warwick Dilson today. And out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down by strikeouts in this inning. That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter and the pitcher, Landon Sailor, who in relief has come in, and he's actually pitched a beauty.
He has.
He's got some nice he's got a nice agenda of pitches there. Well, here comes the first pitch to him from Dills, and he's going to swing through that one for strike 1. Seems like Dills is picking up pace on his fastball as we get into this game.
Yep, Sailor grounded out to second, grounded back to Dills.
0-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be chopped down the line. This is going to have to be a hustle haul. Graff fires over to first, but he is able to make it safely, is Sailor. Nice throw by Graff. It's just, once it hits that grass, man, that ball dies.
He did everything he could.
Yeah.
He came up on it, barehanded it, made a great throw. Usually you see those bare hands, they try to do more than they can with it, and overthrow or underthrow, and good online throw, just not quite in time.
And that's going to bring up the 3 hitter, Isaac Dahl. As Dahl steps in, sets, delivers, that's to be outside for ball 1. As Sailor kind of flirting with the idea of stealing over there.
Dahl did have a fly out to first base, and then hit by pitch back in the 4th.
1-0 pitch on the way, just missed. Ball 2. The count runs the 2-0.
Is the 3 spot, which is usually your best contact hitter, so. See if he holds true to his title.
2-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be in the dirt for ball 3, and that's going to come up off the plate weird. Deli can't handle it, and that's going to allow Sailor to go down to second base. Just like that, it's 3-0 to Isaac Dahl, and there's now a runner in scoring position for Hazen.
Dahl did a good job of getting in front of it, just kind of rode his arm up, hit his helmet, and popped forward, so not much you can do about that.
Strike 1. That's bringing the count to 3-1 to Isaac Dahl. Two outs here. Bears looking to get out of this one with little damage. 3-1 pitch on the way, and that's to be low and outside in the dirt for ball 4. That is Warwick Dills' first walk of the afternoon. Think about that, folks. He has 11 strikeouts and 1 walk. And his ERA today is 0.
Yep, I always talk about the K to walk rate. It's a pretty good one. I was counting up my strikeouts in the book. 6 of his 11 are backwards Ks, which means they're caught looking, which is showing you how much he's got these hitters off step.
Austin Martel now at the plate. He takes the first one. He fouls that back into Deli's gloves for strike 1. The count is 0-1 to Martel. We got runners at first and second, and he's going to swing through that one for strike 2. And now the count is 0-2.
Martel, up until this inning, had the lone hit for Hazen. Obviously, Landon Sailor got a hit earlier, so 2 hits for Hazen. Martel looking to make it another.
0-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3, catches him looking. Strikeout number 12 for Warwick Dills on this afternoon. Bears are up 4-0. We'll come back with the bottom half of the 6th inning after these words from our sponsors. Set to lead off for us. He is the 8 hitter. On deck is Tanner Defoe. Here comes the first pitch. That is low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count to him. It is 4-0 Bears. We are in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Here comes the next pitch. 1-0 pitch on the way, and he's going to swing through that one for strike 1. Count's going to move to 1-1.
Nathan back in the second, flew out to center, and again flew out to second base in the 4th inning.
1-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be low for ball 2. So the count moves up to 2-1. 2-1 pitch on the way to Dix, and he's going to pop that one straight up. Dahl may have a play, but lands on the top of the grandstand if you couldn't hear that through our microphone. The count is going to go to 2-2 to Nathan Dix.
Little catcher to catcher love with Dave Erickson behind the plate, kind of getting in the way of Isaac.
Yeah.
Picking up his helmet and patting him on the chest.
2-2 pitch on the way. High, and that's going to load up the count. Aces over 8s. 3-2 pitch. 3-2 count, excuse me. Payoff on the way, and that's going to be chopped. And that was out of play.
Just over the fence down the first base line. Once again, 4-0. Bears lead it here, bottom of the 6th. 8 hits for the Bears, 2 hits for the Bison, or for Hazen. 3 errors for Bison, 0 for the Bears so far.
Payoff pitch on the way. And be inside, and Nathan's going to watch it. Fourth ball will come across the plate, and that's going to bring up second baseman Tanner Defoe.
Tanner back in the third. Bunted one back to the pitcher. Reached on an error back in the fourth. That's his day so far. A couple throwouts from or putouts from second base.
Here comes his first pitch, strike one. So Nathan Dix is on first. Think his uncle's gonna send him.
He gave his second set of signs and clapped pretty loudly. So let's see if that means anything here.
0-1 pitch here on the way. And make that 0-2 as Defoe watches strike two come across the plate. Apparently it didn't mean anything.
It's not a. Coach Dix declines to give any signs here with an 0-2 count, so
Make an awkward Christmas. Inside for ball one. And there goes Dix. And that goes out into center field, so Dix is able to go from second. So we're going to credit him with, no, we can't really.
nope,
No stolen base, that's two
wild pitches.
two wild balls. So 2 errors on that?
Not errors, just wild pitches.
Just
They
wild.
don't count as. I guess it would be a throwing error from second. So yeah, another error.
So Dix is now all the way over on third. And the count runs up to 2-2.
Tanner starting out with an 0-2 count, really battling back here. 2 straight balls.
And he's going to chop that one fouled on the first base line.
Great effort from number 7, Braden Zurn there. Full layout into the coach's box. As Blake Pierce does his best job to get the heck out of the way after seeing Mason Wick get truck stick back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, this kid ain't messing around. He will hurt you.
He's coming at you.
So count runs 2-2 here to Tanner. 2-2 pitch on the way, and he watches strike 3 come in. And out number 2, out number 1. And that's going to bring up our leadoff hitter, Warwick Dills. Pitcher for today, and he's been pitching a beauty.
Yes, he has. Warwick back in the first, flew out to third, back in the third.
And that one's going to go in the dirt for ball 1.
Back in the third, he walked and got stranded. Actually got threw out from center field.
That's
by
right.
A great throw, and then back in the fourth inning, he hit a single. So right now he's 1 for 2 with a walk.
1-0 pitch on the way. It's the outside corner, low and away. Exact same spot Warwick's been working all day, and he just got a taste of his own medicine.
Yeah, he should know that spot.
Count is 1-1 now. And he's going to chop that one right past the third or shortstop. And that's going to bring in another RBI as Nathan Dix crosses safely. 5-0 Bears.
Hunter Keller had to get down. That thing took a wicked hop off the lip. But a hit and an RBI nonetheless.
That's going to bring up Tanner Miller, shortstop for the Bears.
The lone lefty in this lineup as is.
And that's going to be chopped fouled on the first base line. Still 1 out here in the bottom half of the 6th. Bears are up now 5-0 off that RBI single by Dills. Dills himself on first, takes his lead. And that is going to be chopped foul this time. Third base. Oh, and he hits the light pole. You don't see that happen too often.
That was pretty square.
A couple more feet up in the air, we'd had a reenactment of the natural.
Yeah, that thing hit so square, it bounced straight back into play to short. We just underhanded it back to the pitcher, so a shot off the bat from a lefty, that's hitting the left field pole.
Swinging a little late.
Yep.
Count is 1-1. 0-2, excuse me. And that is going to hit him. And they did have the hit and run on, which technically happened, I guess. I mean, Miller got hit. And then Dills ran down to second, so it's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Jacob Hetzel, left fielder for the Bears.
Hetzel back in the first struck out. In the third, he had a single, and in the fifth, he had a single. 2 for 3 right now with an RBI.
Here comes the first pitch. And he's going to lace that one out in center field. That thing is going back. It's going back. It's going back. A nice chase down by the center fielder. And it looks like they're going to get a double play at second base. As Warwick Dills was already down by third base. And I tell you what, don't mess around with Austin Martel and his arm, man. So double play off the F8. So we go 8, 6, 4. Standings. Dills up against Mason Wick here. And that is strike one to Mason Wick.
Wick is the 5-hitter for Hazen. Struck out in the second, and struck out again in the fourth.
And there is strike two. God, that curveball just has these kids locked down, man.
Yeah, Dills looking to go a hat trick here on Mason Wick, his starting pitcher competition.
And there is strike three and 13. 13 strikeout.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
That is his 14th punch out of the afternoon. And that is going to bring up Parker Sailor, third baseman. Now third baseman now, outside for ball one. Mason Wick is on second. Now Parker moved over to third when Sailor moved to pitch. 1-0 pitch on the way to Parker. Strike one. Again, working that low outside corner, man.
All day. Dills is in the 7th inning of his start here. 0 runs against him. Only 2 hits.
Strike two. Count goes to 1-2 now to Parker Sailor.
And a big number with high schoolers in baseball is 0 errors for the Bears so far.
Yeah.
That is so big.
Which kind of hurt us in the high school season. We'd be playing good for a while, and then we'd have that one inning where the wheels just kind of fell off.
They did. That one.
So the count is now 1-2.
Yep. No, 0-2.
0-2, that was a foul ball.
No, you're right.
1-2.
Dave gave me the signal for 1 and 2.
He's going to chop that one foul. Ball's count is going to remain 1-2. I think we've gotten too much sun already this summer.
Yeah. It's a second straight ball that's come off directly off the bottom of the bat. So.
Oh, jeez. Yep. Right off the head. And Warwick Dills just hit. He wanted to throw that curve, I think. Or no, that was pretty quick. just went right off the helmet of Sailor, and it actually bounced back. And the first thing Warwick Dills did is he walked to Sailor and said, "Hey man, you okay? You okay?" And he's walking over to him again right now. So that is just good sportsmanship, because you know that Warwick didn't, that was a pure accident. But
Oh yeah.
good sportsmanship by Warwick Dills to make sure that, hey man, are you okay?
Connor and Warwick are two of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. So,
Yeah.
I mean, there's not an ounce of malice in that thing.
No.
Coach Lines checks him out, grabs both ears, he gets a thumbs up. He's ready to run the bases. So.
And that's going to bring up Braden Zurd with one down here in the top of the 7th. Yeah, man, he is flirting with being out of that batter's box.
Yeah, he is.
Here comes the first pitch, and that's going to be a little bit outside for ball 1. 1-0 now the count to Braden Zurd.
Lefty all the way back in the box, struck out looking back in the 2nd, and again in the 5th, swinging. Again, a hat trick attempt here by Dills.
1-0 pitch on the way, and he's going to swing through that one for strike 1.
Sailor, a bigger frame at first, not a super big threat to steal, so.
So count is 1-1 here to Zurd. 1-1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be high. Snagged down out of the air by Dahl. Count's going to go to 2-1. I think Dill's just now starting to show a little fatigue in that arm.
Starting to lose a little bit of control. But the good news is he's only got 2 outs to go. And
2-1 pitch on the way. He's going to think through that one. Strike 2. 2-2.
Attempt at a complete game shutout with only a 2-hitter. 1 walk and 2 hit by pitches. That's one heck of a day.
And the first hit by a pitch, I think, actually hit the patch on Dahl's.
Yeah, that was about as.
And there is the 15th put out by Warwick Dills today. 15 strikeouts for Warwick Dills, and he is 1 out away from this complete game.
I'll bring up number 10, Tanner Hoffer.
He is the 9 hitter. Nope, that is should be number 11.
You're right.
Reed Bayer or Bayer.
Right fielder.
First pitch on the way. He's going to swing through that one. Strike 1. 0-1 now the count.
There's 2 outs.
Dills from the stretch. Sets. Delivers. And that's going to be right to Devin Graff. Should be an easy play over to first for the 5-3 put out number 3. And the Bears win the counter 5-0. Tell you what a game by the Bears. And we'll be back. We're going to take a minute. We're going to be back, and we're going to get you guys a player of the game. I already know who I want as player of the game, but I'm going to confer with my colleague here. We'll be back after a couple messages to give you guys the player of the game. That kid's going to get a next door pizza.
Test. That'll be 3 outs here. Sorry about that, our mic wasn't working. We'll be right back. Welcome back here, sorry. Okay. Yep. Okay. Oh. Yep. Welcome back here. Sorry, our mic wasn't working. Up to bat for Hazen is number 1, Mason Wick. Mason Wick will step in the box here. Miller checking back at first. He's gonna throw him down. That'll be strike. By the way, we got a player on first here, Austin Martel. Miller, he's gonna throw him down. That'll be a line drive by Mason Wick. Austin Martel here, he's looking to run, but their coach is telling him to stay, so. Up next to bat is number 16 for Hazen, Levi Zempel. Hazen coach here, he's talking into the bases. He's going to give Zempel his sign here. Zempel will step back in the box. Miller here, he's going to check back at second. He's going to throw, Miller will throw one down. Zempel will try to bunt it. That'll be foul ball. Coach for Hazen here, giving the kids a sign here. Zempel will step back in the box here. Tanner Miller, he's going to check back at second. He was going to throw it back here, but didn't throw it. Zempel will step back in here. Miller, he's going to check back. He's going to wind it up here, throw it down. That'll be a strike. That'll be 2 strikes for Zempel. Austin Martel at second here. Tanner Miller, he's going to throw one down. Zempel's going to try to bunt it here, but it hits him. We're going to have the umps here talk about it. It hit the bat, so Zempel will be out. That'll be 1 out for Hazen. Up next to bat for Hazen is number 7, Braden Zurd. He stands pretty close to the plate here. Tanner Miller will throw him down, and he'll make him swing for that one. Martel looking to run there. He goes back to base, though. Zern will step back in here. Miller's going to check back at second. He's going to throw him down. That'll be a strike. Nice frame by Devin Graff. That'll be strike 2 for Tanner Miller. The Bears got 1 out here. Tanner Miller is going to check back at second. He'll throw one down. That'll be way too far to the left. That'll be a ball. That'll be ball 1 for Tanner Miller on Braden Zurd. Braden Zurd will step back in. Tanner Miller will check back. He's going to throw him down. That'll make him swing. That'll be 2 outs for the Bears. Next up to bat, we got number... No. It's like number 11 for Hazen. Reed Bayer. He's going to step back in the box here. Miller's going to check back at second. He'll throw one down. That'll be a little to the outside. Miller will walk back up to the mound here. Reed will step back in the box. Miller will check back at second. He's going to wind up throwing down. That'll be a little to the outside. Looks like a strike from here. That'll be ball 2 for Reed. That'll be Tanner Miller will throw one down. That'll be strike 1. Made Reed Bayer swing for that one. Reed will step back into the box here. Miller will throw one down. Nice frame by Devin Graff. That'll be strike 2. Reed will step back in here. Miller's going to look back at second. He's going to throw one down. That'll make Reed swing for that one. That'll go over the grandstands here. That'll be a foul ball. Miller's going to check here. He's going to throw one down. That'll be right there, making Reed swing for that one. That'll be 3 outs for the Bears. We'll be right back here after you hear some words from our sponsors. Welcome back here. Up to bat for the Bears is Blake Pierce, number 8. He'll swing for one that was a little too high. Isaac Dahl, he's going to throw one in. That'll be right there. Blake Pierce will hit a pop-up right towards the left fielder. Left fielder will catch that one. That'll be one out for Hazen. Next up to bat for the Bears is number 14, John LaFlame. John LaFlame will step back in here. Isaac Dahl throwing down. That'll be a ball. A little to the outside. Catcher missed it. LaFlame here. He's going to step back in. Dahl throwing down. That'll be down to the ground again for ball 2. Hazen got one out. Dahl throwing down. LaFlame will hit one right down the third baseline, making it fair. LaFlame will only stay at first here. Next up to bat is number 12, Tanner Defoe. Tanner Defoe here, he's going to get a sign from Coach Dix. Tanner will step in the box here. Isaac Dahl checking back at first. Dahl throwing down. That'll be a strike. Defoe getting a sign again. He'll step back in. Dahl throwing back to first. LaFlame will be safe. Dahl checking back at first here. He's going to throw one down. That'll make Tanner Defoe swing for that one. That'll make it foul ball. Defoe will step back in. Isaac Dahl here. He's going to check back at first. Dahl throwing down. That'll be a little too high. Catcher looking to throw it back at first. Good thing LaFlame got back. Defoe will step back in. Dahl will check back. Dahl throwing down. That'll be down in the dirt. That'll be in the dirt, making it strike 3. Catcher for Hazen, he's going to throw one down to first, and LaFlame will be safe. Up next to bat for the Bears is number 2, Warwick Dills. Warwick Dills, he's going to step back in the box. Isaac Dahl here. He's going to check back at first. Dahl throwing down. That'll be a little to the outside. Warwick will step back in the box here. Dahl check back. Dahl throw one down. Warwick Dills will hit a pop-up right into the catcher. Isaac Dahl missed the pop-up. That'll be strike 1. The count for Warwick Dills here is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Warwick will come back to the plate here. Dahl step on the mound here. He's gonna check back at first. He's gonna wind it up here, throwing down. That'll be a little too low. Warwick Dills here. He's gonna step back to the plate. Dahl here. He's gonna wind up here, throwing down. Warwick Dills will hit a nice base hit. He's gonna hit a home run. That'll be an RBI single for Warwick Dills. Nice home run. That one went right over to the dock here by Mirror Lake. All the boys for the Bears here, they're going to line up by home plate. Warwick Dills will stomp back on the plate. That one was a beauty. Went right over the fence and next to bat for the Bears is number 9, Tanner Miller. He's going to be a left-handed batter. Dahl throwing down. That'll be a little way up. That'll be way up to the left-hand corner. Miller didn't even look at that one. Miller here, he's going to check this one. That'll be bounce off the plate here. We got time here. Person in the down by the lake here throws the ball back into the left fielder. Miller's going to step back in. Dahl throwing down. Dahl hit a nice hit. That'll bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. Nice hit by Tanner Miller. We just got a whole thing going on here for the Bears. Next to bat for the Bears is number 10, Jacob Hetzel. Let's see if he can give the magic here. Hetzel will step back in. Dahl will check back at second. Jacob Hetzel will hit one right to the first baseman. That'll be 3 outs. Tanner Miller here, he's just going to jog to third. That'll be 3 outs for the Hazen. And we'll be right back here from after we get a few words from our sponsors. Welcome back here. Number 10 for Hazen, he'll hit a bunt. Tanner Miller will get him out at first. That'll be 1 out for the Bears. Up next to bat is number 4, Hunter Keller. Keller here, he's going to step in. Miller will throw him down. Keller will hit it. And that'll bounce. That'll bounce here. That'll. Hunter Keller here. He's going to be safe at first. Crowds are telling him telling the Ethan Knoll to tag him. Next up to bat is number 5, Landon Sailor. He's going to be in the box here. He's going to tick one off the bat. That'll bounce off Devin Graff's catcher helmet. Sailor here, he's going to step back in the box here. Miller will throw him down. That'll be a little outside. That'll make the count here. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tanner Miller's going to check back at first here. Sailor in the box. He's going to nick one down to third base. That'll be a foul ball. That'll make the count here. 2 strikes, 1 ball. Tanner Miller's going to check back at first. Miller here, he's going to throw one down. That'll be a sinker right down, or no, that was a curve right down into the dirt. Sailor will step back in the box here. Miller's going to check back at first. He's going to wind one up, throw it down. Keller's going to steal second. He's going to round that one. Took a big round on that one. Bounced off home plate, and Devin Graff missed it there. Number 5, Sailor here. He's going to step back in. Miller will check back at second. Miller will throw one down. That'll be strike 3. That'll make it 2 outs for the Bears. Next up to bat is number 9, Isaac Dahl. Got one person on base here. Keller at second. Dahl here. He's going to be in the box. Miller is going to try to throw one back, but he doesn't throw it here. Nice fake by him. Miller's going to check back. He's going to throw one down. That'll be a strike. Devin Graff looking to throw it down at second. Whew. Isaac Dahl here. He's going to be in the box. Miller here checking the pitch. Miller's going to throw one down. That'll be strike 2. Keller here taking a big lead off second base. Dahl step back in the box here. Miller's going to check back at second. He's going to throw one down. Isaac Dahl hit one right to Miller. Miller's going to get him out at first. That'll be 3 outs for the Bears. We'll be right back here after we get a few words from our sponsors. Welcome back here. Your umps for tonight game is behind the plate is Ty Warbis, and on the bases here is Dave Erickson. Up to bat for the Bears is number 3, Gavin Daly. Dahl throwing down. That'll make Gavin Daly swing for that one. Dahl throwing down. That'll make Gavin Daly swing for another one. Gavin Dahl's going to step back in the box. Dahl ready here. He's going to throw one down. That'll be a ball a little outside. Dahl will throw one down. That'll be a ball in the dirt again. Gavin Dahl here. He's looking to hit another one over the fence. Dahl's in the box here. Dahl wind up throwing here. Gavin Dahl swinging for the fences. He'll hit a foul ball right off the net of the grandstands. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Hettinger Stream Team. That'll be ball 2 for Gavin Dahl. Dahl will throw one down. That'll be right past the third baseman. Gavin Dahl will get a single on that one. The shortstop got the ball and then he dropped it there. Next up to bat for the Bears is Ethan Knoll, number 42. Ethan Knoll is going to step back in the box here. Dahl will check back at first. He's going to throw one down. Ethan Knoll sounded like it ticked the bat. That'll be strike 1 for Ethan Knoll. Isaac Dahl throwing down. That'll be just a little butterfly. That'll be ball 1. That was just a little above the box here. Isaac Dahl, he's going to throw one down. That'll be strike 2. The count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Isaac Dahl, he's going to throw one down. Ethan Knoll will hit one. That'll get Gavin Dahl out at second, and that'll get Ethan Knoll out at first. That'll be a double play for Hazen. Next up to bat for the Bears is number 7, Devin Graff. Devin Graff here, he's going to step back in the box. Dahl throwing down, that'll be a little too high. Graff will step back in. Dahl throwing down. Devin Graff will hit one way back there. He's going to hit the fence. Devin Graff will he's going to get dirty here. Never mind, he's going to stand up and get to second. That'll be a double for Devin Graff. Next up to bat for the Bears is number 8, Blake Pierce, wearing the Cade Warbus jersey. Number 9 will throw one down. That'll be a little high. Blake Pierce is in the box here. Devin Graff going to lead off. Isaac Dahl checking back. He's going to throw one down. Blake Pierce will nick it. That'll be foul ball right towards the Hazen dugout. Blake Pierce is going to stand in the box here. Isaac Dahl is going to check back at second. Dahl throwing down. Blake Pierce will nick that one too. That'll go right down the first base line for a foul ball. Blake Pierce here, he's going to step back in. Devin Graff taking a big lead off second. Isaac Dahl throwing down. That'll be a little outside. Blake Pierce looking to swing at that one. Blake Pierce is ready here. Isaac Dahl is checking back at second. Isaac Dahl throwing down. That'll be in the dirt for ball 3. Blake Pierce has full count here on him. Isaac Dahl throwing down. That'll make Blake Pierce swing. That'll be a pop fly. Isaac Dahl will catch that. That'll be 3 outs for the Hazen. And then we'll be right back here once we get a few words from our sponsors. Welcome back here. We got a change of pitchers. Devin Graff is going to switch with Tanner Miller. Tanner Miller will go to third. Devin Graff will come to pitch. Up to bat now for Hazen is number 3, Austin Martel. Is that number 2? I'm pretty sure it's number 3. Devin Graff's going to throw him down. That'll be a little too low. Martel here, he's going to step in. Devin Graff's going to throw him down again. That'll make Martel swing. That'll go over the grandstands. Coach for Hazen here, giving Martel a sign. Martel's getting ready here. He's in the box. Devin Graff here. He's going to be on the mound right now. Devin Graff checking the pitch. He's going to throw one down. That'll be a little too low. Gavin Dahl trying to frame it. Devin Graff, he's going to throw one down again. That'll be in the dirt, bounce off the ground, and hit Gavin Dahl in the leg shin deals for the catcher's gear. Martel in the box. Shh. Devin Graff's going to throw him down. Martel will hit a pop-up. Devin Graff calling it here. He's going to drop it. He must have misreaded it. Whatever, I don't care. Owen, you wouldn't have said it right anyways. Martel at first here. Next up to bat is number 1, Mason Wick. Devin Graff's going to throw him down. He's going to go over the batter. Martel's going to steal. He's going to round it here. Devin Graff is going to get the ball back. Gavin Dahl will go back to his catcher spot. Mason Wick will step back in the box. Devin Graff is going to check back at second. Devin Graff is going to wind it up here. That'll make Mason Wick swing at that, or not fully swing. He's going to swing slightly. Mason Wick will step back in here. Devin Graff checking back at second. He's going to throw one down. That'll be just a little butterfly again. That'll be a little too high for ball 2. Devin Graff is going to check back at second. Graff is going to throw one down. That'll be a little too high. Martel looking to steal. He's going to go back here. Wick is going to step back in. Graff is going to check back at second. He's going to throw it in. That'll be his fastball right there. That'll be strike 2 on Mason Wick. Mason Wick here has full count. Devin Graff's going to throw one in. That'll bounce off the ground. That'll make it ball 4. Mason Wick will take his base. Next up to bat is number 16, Levi Zempel. Zempel here, he looks like he's limping on his right foot. Zempel's going to step in the box here. People on first and second. Martel at second. Graff, you're looking to pitch it here. He's going to hit a pop fly. Nice play by our left fielder. That'll make 1 out for the Bears. Next up to bat is Braden Zurd, number 7. He's a left-handed batter here, so Braden Zurd here. He's in the box. Devin Graff checking back at second. Graff is going to throw one down. That'll be a little too high. Zern will step back in here. Devin Graff checking back at second. Graff will throw one down. That'll be in the dirt. Bounce off Gavin. They're going to throw it down to third. Tanner Miller here. He's going to miss it. That'll be Martel will advance to third. Same with Mason Wick. He'll advance to second. Braden Zurn's going to step back in. Devin Graff is going to be on the mound here. Graff is going to check back at third and second. Graff is going to wind up here. He's going to throw one down. That'll be a little outside and high. Zern will step back in. Graff checking third here. Graff will throw one down. He'll make Zern strike for that one. That'll be strike one. To count as 3 balls, 1 strike here. Devin Graff needs 2 more strikes here. That'll bring us 2 outs for the Bears. Graff is going to check at third. Graff will throw one down. That'll make Zern swing. That'll be strike 2. That'll be foul ball out towards the parking lot. Looks like it's going to go towards the granary. Zern's getting a sign from his coach here. Zern's going to step back in. Devin Graff checking back at third. He's going to throw one down. That'll make Zern swing. That'll be strike 3. That'll be 2 outs for the Bears. Next up to bat is number 11, Reed Bear. Number 11 here in the box. Graff check in here. He's going to throw one down. That'll make number 11 swing here. Number 11 here. He's going to step back in. It's 1 strike right now, 2 outs. 11 in the box here. Devin Graff checking back at third. He's going to throw one down. That'll be strike 2. Number 11's going to step back in the box here. He steps pretty far back in the box there. Devin Graff will throw one down here. That'll be a ball a little too low. Gavin Dahl's going to throw one down to third, try to get him out. Martel's safe, though. Devin Graff here. He's going to check back at third. Devin Graff's going to wind up here, throwing down. That'll be a ball outside. Number 11's got 2 balls, 2 strikes on him. Devin Graff just needs that last one, and that'll bring them to bat. Devin Graff's going to check back at third. He's going to throw one down. That'll make 11 swing. They're going to bring him home. That'll score a runner for Hazen. Got a person at third and first. Wick at third and number 11 at first. The Flame just couldn't quite make it. Next up to bat is number 10 for Hazen, Tanner Hoffer. Hoffer in the box here. Devin Graff checking back at third. Graff will throwing down. That'll be a little low in the dirt. Nice stop by Gavin Dahl. Wick taking a big lead here. Devin Graff will check back at third. Graff will throwing down. That'll make number 10 swing. Sounded like the ball nicked the bat there, but count is 1 ball, 1 strike. Devin Graff checking the pitch. Graff will throwing down here. That'll make number 10 swing again. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Number 10, he's going to be in the box here. Devin Graff checking back at third. Graff will throwing down. That'll be way too far. Mason Wick's going to go to home. He'll advance. That'll be 2 runs for Hazen in this inning. Number 11 for Hazen, he'll advance to second. Next up to bat is still number 10, Tanner Hoffer. Yeah, right. Devin Graff's going to check back at second. Graff will throwing down. That'll bounce off the plate. Number 11 for the Hazen will advance to third. No problems on that one. Full count for number 10 here, Tanner Hoffer. Number 10 for Hazen, he's going to step back in the box. Devin Graff's going to check back at third. He's going to throw one down. That'll make number 10 swing. That'll be a foul ball for number 10 here for Hazen. Devin Graff's on the mound here. 10's in the box. Graff checking back at third. Graff's winding up here. He's going to throw him down. That'll be strike 3. That'll be 3 outs for the Bears. What a nice inning for Hazen. They could get a comeback. We'll be right back here after we hear a few words from our sponsors. Welcome back here. Number 14, John the Flame here. He's going to get one ball on him. He's going to swing at that one. That'll be a little high. Shouldn't have swung at that one. Dahl throwing down. That'll make the Flame swing. He'll nick it. The Flame will step back in here. Dahl is going to walk back. He's going to throw him down. That'll be a strike 3 for John the Flame. Next up to bat is number 1, Nathan Dix. Nathan Dix will step in the box here. Dahl is getting ready. He's going to throw one down. That'll be strike 1. Looked right down the pipe from right here. Nathan Dix is checking here. He's going to not swing at that one. That'll be a ball. Nice job by looking at that one. Bounced off the ground and into the catcher's glove. Dahl throwing down here again. That'll be strike 2. Nathan Dix has 2 strikes on him here. Dahl throwing down. That'll be strike 3. Nathan Dix must have thought it was a ball. Next up to bat is number 2, Warwick Dills. Maybe Warwick Dills could give us some of his magic like he did last inning. Warwick Dills ready here. Isaac Dahl throwing down in the dirt. That'll be ball 1 for Warwick Dills. Dahl throwing down. That'll be right down the pipe. Warwick Dills will hit a nice line drive. That'll be to the left fielder. Warwick Dills will make it a single. Next up to bat is number 9, Tanner Miller, left-handed batter. See if he could give us some more magic here. Miller here. He's going to look. That'll be right there. That'll be a pop-up. That'll be a foul ball out of play. Almost hits the coach for Hazen. One runner on base here. Warwick Dills at first. Tanner Miller here. He's in the box. Isaac Dahl checking back at first. Dahl throwing down. That'll be in the dirt. Bounce off. Warwick Dills will steal second. Warwick Dills makes it look easy. Miller will step back in here. Isaac Dahl check back at second here. Dahl throwing down. Tanner Miller will hit one in between first and second. Outfielders fumbling it. Warwick Dills will go to home. That'll make it 4-2. Tanner Miller makes it so he can score a run here. Jacob Hetzel up to bat now, number 10. Isaac Dahl check back at first. That'll be inside here. That'll be ball 1. Isaac Dahl check back at first. Isaac Dahl throwing down. That'll be a little too high. Isaac Dahl at the pitcher's mound here. Hetzel in the box. Dahl checking back. Dahl throwing down. That'll bounce in the ground there. Tanner Miller will throw one. He's going to go to 2. Nice steal for Tanner Miller. Isaac Dahl on the mound here. Jacob Hetzel. He's going to go. He'll hit a pop fly. That'll be center fielder reading it here. He'll get it out. That'll be 3 outs for Hazen. Hazen has a chance to come back here right after we hear a few words from our sponsors. That'll go right over by the disc golf course. Isaac Dahl with his home run. Bears. Next up to bat is number 3, Austin Martel. Gavin Dahl going out to talk with Devin Graff here. Dahl will come back. Martel checking the sign from his coach. Martel is in the box now. Graff will throw in right down. That'll be a little too high. Martel here. That'll be another ball. That was way too high. Devin Graff getting ready to pitch here. Martel in the box. Graff will throw him down. That'll make Martel swing. Nathan Dix out there. He's going to catch it. That'll make it 3 outs. That'll end the inning here. That'll be the end of the game for you folks here. We'll see you later. And thanks for watching. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we'll be right back.